Hi everyone. Today we're going to show you how to do auditioning of multi-take, multi-track audio in Cohler Classical. So as always, what you see before you here are 10 track groups, not just 10 tracks. So each of these groups has 40-something tracks in it, and you can see inside any of them by toggling them open and closed. There's all the tracks, etc. So what I have here is many takes of a symphony, and at each point along the way I've lined up all the takes vertically, so at each point along the way you can look down vertically and see how many choices you have. So the place we're at here, for this section here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possibilities, as you can see on the screen there. So the first way we audition those is we set up in points at the piece of audio that we want to audition. So I go here, click set an in point. 2, set one there, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's make sure I set this one. Okay, so now I can audition those by going to the in point and I say play. And I can immediately go to track 2 with a keystroke, or track 4, or track 7, or track 8. So I'm instantaneously switching between track groups to audition the different takes. If I narrow it down and say, let's say I like the one on track 4 and track 7, now I can play track 8 and track 4, track 8, track 4. It's instantaneously muting and unmuting the tracks so that I can instantly listen to those takes. Once I have chosen the take that I want, I'm going to set in and out points so I can do the edit. So let's say, for example, that I want to grab this piece here, right from there, and go to up to there, let's say. So I set my in and out in my source track. Now I'm going to set the same place in and out points in the destination track. Okay, let me do that once more. Okay, so now I have my in and out set in the destination and source. So the first way of auditioning is I can type F8 and listen to in between the in and out point. And as you can see there, let me zoom this a little bit, there, so we can see it better. Now I'm playing between the in and out on the destination. Now if I add the command key, that'll play between the in and out on the source. Okay, and those of course are in the menu here under play, record, and you go to audition between in and out, destination and source. Okay, so now I can narrow it down further. Let's say I want to listen to just up until the in point. For that I use F9. So I can hear that the downbeat happened a little bit, so I'm going to move that point to the left just a smidge and listen again with F9. Okay, now that's perfect. Now I can listen from the in point with F10. Or I can do F9 and I can do Command F9 and listen to the same thing on the source track. Sounds good. Then F10 and Command F10 on the source. So now those sound very good. Now I want to check to see if the out points are in place. So I'll play up to the out point with F11 in the destination. And then in the source by adding command key. That one sounds like it had a little smidgen of the downbeat, so I'll back it up just a little bit. Listen again. Okay. Now from the out point in the destination with F12. And from the destination, from the out point in the source. Now it sounds good. Those sound very good. So now I'm ready to do the edit. So the edit is very simple. It's Option Command F1, which is source, destination, edit, and crossfade. First command there. Boom. So now the edit is done. It's taken take 27 from down here in source 2 and put it up into the destination. You can see take 27 there. Now it turns out that was the same take that was already there, but that's okay. And now I can adjust those edits, but by going into Fade Edit, which is in another video. Now let me show you inside Fade Edit, we can also do auditioning. So when we go into a Fade Edit, by typing F, we can hit the space bar. That automatically auditions around the fade point. And I can zoom this out. Let's zoom this out so you can see. It does is by default a 2-second pre-roll and post-roll. I can do it at half speed if I want to, with a 2-second post-roll, etc. So the pre and post-roll respect the speed that you're playing at. I can also play up to the edit with F9, and from the edit with F10. So that's basically how you audition things. Now, you can also, when you're outside of Fade Edit mode, you can step through your timeline and audition one edit at a time by hitting Shift right arrow. I'll go to the next one. Next one. Next one. Next one. So without even going into Fade Edit mode, you can do a quick audition. You can also audition any point in the music, whether it has a fade or not, by simply putting the in point there and making sure you delete the out point. So let's say I find a spot in the music that I want to listen to around that point, like right here. I put the in point there. I delete the out point with Command right bracket. So now there's only an in point set. Now I hit F8. And it automatically auditions around that point that you've set. Another thing you can do is you can always audition automatically around the in or the out point with Option F9 and Option F11. So let's say I have an in point set there, an out point set here. I type Option F9, that auditions around the in point. Option F11 auditions around the out point. And if I add the Command key to that, it would do the same thing in the source track. So let's say I was in this source track and I put an in point here and an out point over here. Now I do Option Command F9. That's around the in point in the source track. Option Command F11 around the in point in the source. Take off the command and just do Option, and it does it on the destination. So I can audition that to there. So these keystrokes, which are all in the Play Record menu under Audition, between in out, to or around in, from in, to or around out, and from out. They're all right there in the menu, all with easy keystrokes to remember, and they're all based on the function keys F8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Allows you to do complete auditioning of your music so that you can quickly edit it. Everything is one click away in Cohler Classical.